Hello all and welcome! This is Dice of Ages, presenting CrestVahllen, the Argent Flame, episode 64, Brews Cruise. Without further ado, let's get into the recap of the previous episode. While the party are discussing what to do with the lamb, it fades out of existence with a sweet bray. Breakfast and concerning conversations about Oncoline's growing pains end with a promise to aid in the trial, if possible, while Bilgrar heads off to his Tavern Guild meeting. The group head over to the Herak estate and talk their way inside, under the guise of wine couriers, eventually gaining an audience with their champion, Megara, while she's tending her garden. After some successful persuasion and exposition, the no-nonsense gardener with a potent militant legacy agrees to be a silent partner with the Chiron Kerag/Stoneworm and the Arcane Conundrum. But will still have to genuinely compete for the purposes of optics. The encounter with the Illithid is discussed and the whole lot are quickly off to the Fang. As head of the spear, Megara forces her way through the estate with the party and into the Lord's study, convincing him to rally forces near the Reaching Breach to shore up defenses and collapse tunnels to restrict access. It is agreed that a work holiday be ordered in honor of the trials in order to aid in casting off suspicion, panic, and possibly revolt, given the powder keg state of the city's peoples. The troop departs and Cole drops off his odd tentacle at a tanner before they all return to their lodgings. The band spends the hours before bed copying spells and teaching rituals. Zemdek has another conversation with the now wash basin planted and budding arm-stocked Oncioline in the tavern storeroom, leaving the gnome with a pang of regret for possibly spreading their fungal friend too thin. Awakening on the 32nd of High Lock, the group is yet again greeted by a small braying lamb. Welcome back to CrestVahllen. Hello all and welcome back, Dice of Ages, CrestVahllen,
Blah, 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 blah.
We are back. What?
That was the Argent Flame.
That was the Argent Flame. Great, cool. We left off, you guys woke up on the 32nd of High Lock with a lamb in the room.
Breakfast is here again.
What did we decide on the lamb?
Shoot it.
Yeah, sure.
Shoot it.
So I'm gonna grab
Snip,
it.
snip, 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 snip.
Just
snip,
roll a
snip.
dexterity check, see if you can grab it.
I pull out some shears and try to.
So dexterity check. 10.
10. Okay, got a 4. So you grab it.
Shave lammy.
Cool. So you start
lammy.
shooting the lamb. Yeah, just roll, because it's like moving around, roll, I don't know, this isn't a tinkering check, you don't get to do that. This is not intelligence, this isn't tinkering.
It's using a tool.
This is straight, get the fuck out of here.
It is the right tool for the job.
Out of here. You can have proficiency with the tool, but this is a dexterity check for sure. Get the fuck out of here. That is some bull right there.
Come on.
Some
Come on, Gizmo,
bullshit.
get it done.
21.
Okay, you shear the fucking. You don't get much. You get like a
That's fine.
handful
That's fine.
Of wool, and the lamb's like,
And then
yeah. As soon as you're done with it, son, because that like takes about a minute or so. The lamb just.
did it look like the same lamb?
Oh
Yeah, I was gonna ask that.
yeah. Looks like the same lamb.
We'll definitely know next time if it comes back without, a stripe of hair missing. But
Did the
I
wool
was just
disappear?
curious. Like,
Yeah.
Did the wool disappear?
It did not.
Magic wool.
What can we do with the magic?
You with the magic wool.
with that little, I can make some like string,
Magic string.
You can make Shakar a little sweater.
like some yarn.
Be adorable. Or a twig.
I feel like Tweg.
Like
needs to
twag a
swear
little
more.
sweater.
Yes.
Twag a little like
eight-legged.
8-hold sweater.
I mean, you could make Moonchild a scrunchie.
Oh, that's cute too.
Or like a dog collar.
Or a dog collar. Oh. Okay, let's play the game. This is adorable. Okay.
We're playing the game.
Cool. So,
We sheared a lamb. Of course we played the game.
Morning of the trials.
Yes.
morning of the trials. You guys don't know when they're supposed to start.
Do one fool should know.
Bilgrar.
What time do these stuff start?
Oh, they're supposed to start like around Well, I'm actually headed out the door right now because I'm supposed to go there because I gotta be there because stuff.
All right, let's go.
Because as you can see, the place is empty because everybody's headed over. People like to go early, get good seats and that whole thing.
Did we hear that they're doing it like a big festival today too? Like everybody's going?
Oh yeah, executive order down from the top. Everybody got the day off.
I wonder how that happened.
That's
Let's go.
amazing.
So there's gonna be so many people there. So if you guys wait, are you guys competing?
Yes.
Remember, you're sponsoring us?
Right? Yeah. Right. Yeah. Sure.
Which,
oh,
did you
right.
ever brand the
I'm
table?
here. And he just dwark person grabs his table. He's got this brand on there that just says was it Bone and Brian? No. It says the Corey's
Corey's
Qualm.
Qualm.
It says Corey's. It just says QQ on it, and it's got QQ. It says QQ in like these nice letters, and it's got like a really cool brand. It's got filigree on it that's curls around, and it looks like there's if I'm not going to describe it to you because I don't know what this means, but if you could make an image look like a whisper, they're like wavy, whispery things around.
That is
the
really
edges and
cool, Bill Gard.
Oh, thanks. I had
Who
one
made
of
it for you?
Oh yeah. I had one of the local carpenters and one of their burn art apprentices take care of it. Rush order, of course, but government covered it because it's a subsidy because it is a government-funded trial, as it should be, and just like healthcare. So yeah. So we are.
Let's go.
Right. No, I meant to give it to you.
You take it. Let's go.
I think
All
you're
right.
saying we have to show up with
Do a quick run through the back room and get some spores.
What?
He's curling his
Hi.
characters real quick.
He's got a weird addiction now, I think.
Okay. Oh,
I need to talk to you, but I gotta go.
Okay.
So you're walking, talking?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you just
Yep. And then run.
and then run away.
Yep.
I was like, he's got an addiction now.
I do a zoom past the cloud. Just
Spank the mushroom, snuff the dust, and run away.
is that what we're calling it now? Spanking the mushroom.
I don't know how else.
Sounds so bad.
First thing in the
And
morning.
release the cloud. Let's go.
All right, what's going on?
Apparently, we're spanking the mushroom and releasing.
Okay. Oh no, I didn't think about that.
you
I just
really?
got it.
Really?
I just got it.
Can you pass a message to the Illustrati folks?
Old man, yeah.
Second trial.
I don't know why I'm doing this. You're not there.
Second trial happening today.
Yeah.
Harak helping.
Uh huh.
Old Stoneworm also helping.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
You got it. Okay, just told him.
We'll be at the
They
pond.
said thank you.
We'll be at the pond in a couple hours.
Okay, so they said they'll have an agent there. They're also. Hold on. Wait. This just in. Grey Glove Silvervein says hi. Don't die. Also says don't be a jerk.
Message received.
You still there?
Yep. How are you doing?
I'm good.
I'm just talking to myself as we're running down the street.
Well,
In our group, that's
this
not weird.
this anxiety
No.
thing's quite the thing.
Still pretty anxious?
Yeah.
Too many voices?
Ah. Ooh. Simmer down. Simmer down.
You getting any good, new potion reagents?
There's just a lot of voices here that are. It's a lot. There are a lot more than there were before. So
More now than there were yesterday?
yeah. Yeah, there's just a lot of vibration. It's a lot.
Oh, yeah, there's going to be a whole crowd.
Oh,
around.
yeah. Didn't know that.
Not in the pool, but, outside of it.
Okay, yeah, a lot of that. People There's a bunch of things that they're splashing. Yeah.
You know, like in Minheim, where you're set up in the middle of the.
That's a little different. That's not this.
Are there people in the pool? Things in the pool?
There's things in the pool.
More things?
I can't count.
Okay.
There are quadrillions of things in the pool.
Can you get drunk? Can you be intoxicated?
Don't know.
I think you might be intoxicated.
Okay.
More mushrooms. Yeah.
Until those spores die, probably.
I mean, that whole pond is ethanol heavy.
Yeah, so like just to be clear, like it's less ethanol. I mean, there is lots of alcohol in it, and of course, there's more alcohol in it when you add fresh bad alcohol.
Which I'm assuming people have been doing.
But it's also exactly
That's what the splashing is.
exactly. They're adding more and more in
Yes.
here, so there's a lot for. So, but like since it's boiling, it boils a lot of the alcohol off, and what's left is just like the bacteria, the fungi, and all that jazz, and just straight up poison. So.
And he can't sleep it off. And he can't stop drinking.
He just
so
lives through
he
this
is just now
hangover.
perpetually drunk. Or this
great.
colony of him is
Cool.
perpetually
So
drunk.
you guys run over. Guys, exactly where you're going. You and your dwarf patron, your head over. Pernu and Ermgren or Kyron are all coming with you, right?
Yep.
Okay, okay. Everyone's coming.
Kyron's our
Kyron
champion.
has to.
Yeah, Kyron has to.
Mage armor.
You got it.
Thanks. That's it.
You already
Okay, no
good
good
berries
berries?
last night.
No, good berries were casted last night.
Got it. Okay,
Yep.
cool.
Everybody has it.
Who's going on the plank?
You guys get there. You start seeing people setting up. Couple things you notice here. I'm going to go down the thing because there's a lot of people. People are getting raucous. There's a big crowd. There's hundreds, if not thousands, of people there. All freaking doing the thing. You want to take a
Water
look at
walk
what you
lasts
see.
an
Doing
hour,
the
so you
thing.
should
Here's
probably cast
kind of
it
what you
before
see.
we-
Yeah. You guys are over. You guys can't see as well, but you guys are kind of over here. We'll move this up just a tad. So yeah, we'll just move these up just a tad to kind of give you an idea. But you guys are going to start farther back than this. I just want the camera to see what's going on.
How many people fit on the thing?
Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's just move.
Who's got good balance?
Let's just a
when
tad
Kyron
over.
and Conk, because he's going to be.
Well, Kronk's on the back. He's not. Is he? He's not going to actually technically be on the board.
That's why he just has to be part of the team that gets across.
You know, he's not going to technically be on the board, right?
I don't think so. I don't think he has to.
He's going to be on the.
That way we
Water.
can just see a little bit better. Yeah,
So-
we'll get a better view in a bit. But yeah, so you guys are starting over here. You see a bunch of the clans that are starting over here. The big dark pool of ale, and then the two lighter light beer. And Colshy ones over there. You start to see people starting to get ready and doing their thing. You guys woke up. I'm gonna say. It's a long night. You probably went to bed later because of all the work you did and the training and the stuff. So you guys probably woke up around 10. It's like right before noon kind of deal. It's like around 11 and stuff like that. People are starting to get their shit together. People had their day off to get ready. A bunch of people pre-gamed here already. You are the last ones you're the last team to arrive. Here but there's been a bunch of hubbub. It's like, oh wait, who are we waiting for? Why aren't we starting? We've got the three clans here, Martanik, Vogel, and Harak. And then you guys show up, and the crowd's like, oh, shit, and starts murmuring because you have like a big old table with you, right? And so news to anybody else, pretty much, but there's like no rules that someone can't do. You do get approached by one of the proctors being like, and you are?
The Kerrig Stoneworm team.
Sponsored by QQ.
Do you have...
Kyron,
documentation?
your lineage paperwork?
Oh, yes. Here, you can see that I go back all the way back to Dudanis, a stone worm that goes all the way down to the Chamber 2. I'm actually twice removed, but that's okay because I still have the bloodline. And he starts talking all this stuff, and he's like, very well. Just please, stop. Very well. And you will be the champion of Kerrig Stoneworm? That's That's right. That's right. That's right. Destiny.
Not.
Well, that wasn't the line. What was the line?
No, you're fine. You're fine. Good.
Destiny shall take us to victory.
Okay.
Just in case.
If it looks like they were going to be starting soon, I would have started casting the water walk.
Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, I mean, you guys have some time to prep. These people are like, going through their stuff, just like how NASCAR's prepping their shows and everything. You do see a Megara here. Megara, sorry. Almost went to the Hercules with that. You see Megara here. She is here with what looks like a gnome, a halfling companion, and one of her, like what looks like the captain of her guard. Like one of her right hand people, like dwarf, who is a Duragar, full like they're like ready to go. This guy looks like he's seen some fucking action. He's fully missing an eye, but doesn't have a patch over or anything. He just leaves his empty eye socket there. He's got so many scars over him. He's seen some fucking. He's bulk as hell. He is wearing his full armor, but like at some point, decides to snap it off, realizing how heavy it might be. She pats him on the shoulder. She makes eye contact with you guys and just kind of like try to surreptitiously like nod. But yeah, they're the ones on there. We have. This is Clan Harak right here. We have Clan Mortanic here. You see that the representative from Clan Mortanic, at least the one that you can tell, looks to be in mage robes of some kind. They looks to be some sort of spellcaster, a dwarf, very clean, very well dressed. But it looks like they hired a full orc and a full bugbear to be their muscle for this challenge. So it looks like they've got money or connections, that type of thing, and the ability to do some spell work. They kind of pretty much keep to themselves. You do also see them like doing some basic spell work on the table itself and on their companions, doing some enchantments here and there. You also see them pull out some sort of stone that they whisper some words into, actually full casters that are proficient in Arcana. Go ahead.
Nat 20.
Hey. Nat 20?
Child,
14.
trash.
14. Nat 20. So you know he's casting some sort of spells. You think there's some sort of enchantment or something. You're not quite sure. You fully see what he's doing with the stone. You can recognize some of the spells that he's doing. Not exact like what they're doing, but you can recognize what he's doing with his mind and how he's uttering and keeping components done in his hand. Like he's concentrating on his spells. He's concentrating on multiple spells simultaneously. Like something is allowing him to concentrate on multiple spells simultaneously.
Is he able to do that? What?
And you see him like channeling his magic through this like stone in his hand. Like he's fully buffing up his already beefy individuals. He's even done some magic to the table itself. This guy is fully into the magic aspect of it. Plans to just ride that out through magic. Doesn't look like he's doing any anti-gravity or nobody's breaking any rules as far as you can see right now. And of course, then over here we have Clan Vogel. Klaxon Vogel is dressed in razor shield garb. He has a razor shield on him with all the spikes. And he has that big old hatchet axe. He looks like he was trained as an actual razor shield at some point, which means he is a deadly individual. And he really knows what he's doing. He's some of the elite special operatives of the razor saying military, not many people get trained as much, only like the top tier people because they're no longer at war, but he knows what he's doing with this and he's fully on there. But again, harness, razor shield, garb, Clan Vogel belt, big old hatchet. Behind him is what looks like a gnome artificer with a bunch of goggles that are tweaking, have some sort of like large tube thing that has a bunch of dials and a bunch of twisting mechanisms that look like rings around it that appear to like move around, and he appears to like be calibrating some sort of thing, and he has like a holster on it, like some sort of like bandolier that holds it in place, and he just kind of shoves it under his shoulder, and he's like calibrating some things. Big old tube, like it looks like it flays out at the edge of it. Person in front looks like just a rakish human individual, roguish, almost like bandito type character, but holds a hand crossbow that is aimed at. Go ahead and roll I'm gonna like a tech check. I'm gonna say not tinker, but just intelligence check with proficiency.
16.
16. This looks like some sort of like automatic reloading handheld crossbow that appears to shoot like what looks like not bolts but small like flat brass cylinders. It does look like there's some sort of other like arcane piece of artificery that's attached to it, like it's charging it, or it has so this hand crossbow has some sort of power source. As I had mentioned before, Vogel has connections with Tavern. They can have the money for tech.
My auto reload
It's kind of like that, except not magic, full like magitech. It looks like magitech. But yeah, kind of like yours, but but rather than firing bolts, it's just little cylinders. These like brass cylinders.
Cool.
This person, based on what they look like and the type of weapons they're carrying, this person looks like a Deadeye. They're very good at what it is that they're probably just as you're trying to get like a sense of the lay of the land here. So Vogel's got someone who got like a sniper and an artificer with him. Yep, that's what you guys see. There are 3 on each board. So how this, the proctor then goes like, "Welcome, one and all, to the trial of the tavern. I'm so glad to see you all here, and it's so great that we all got the day off. Thank you, our Lord and so on. Yes, we are here to see who will be prove to us that teamwork and camaraderie and leadership and all those other good things help to prove that you are a good leader. Here we have Clan Claxon Vogel representing Clan Vogel and his compatriots. Armand Mortanic representing the Mortanic clan. And Megara Herak representing Clan Herak and her... well, I guess Captain of the Guard and her friend Halfling. And what's this? We have a late entry to the trial. I'm sorry. Hold on one moment. You're serious? This just in, we have Clan Kerrig / Stoneworm entering the competition with... what's the name of that? What did you guys give them the name of the group that you were...
Arcane Conundrum?
With the aid of the Arcane Conundrum. Well, this is unprecedented. What a strange turn of events. It won't be a boring venue this evening, I tell you that. We are going to have quite the extravagant trial today. Stay tuned, folks. We're about to get underway. Just last-minute checks and balances to make sure everyone's ready and everybody understands the rules. First of all, as you always understand, no skirting gravity. That means no levitation, flying, anti-gravity, or any use of oh my dear, my stutter has come back. No negating any sort of gravitational forces. You get it. Don't fucking cheat. Make it away the cross. You have to touch the thing. Don't be stupid. Don't be a dick, or we'll point a finger and wag it at you and say you're disqualified. The moment that happens, you're done. You're out. Right. If you are on land or if you're on solid ground, you must have your companions who act as moving logs under your table in order to move it forward. You're not allowed to push. It must be rolled. Or anything goes on the liquid, however. All competitors must have contact with the table at all times. If at any time that is not the truth, your whole clan team must let go and return to the start and start all over. That's correct. This is about teamwork and not leaving anybody behind. As you can see, you are allowed to take any route you'd like. If you collide with another, you collide with another. And you try to do your best to stay afloat or stay on your table. Our sponsors today are the Bone and Brine, the Quarry's Qualm, the Wondrous Waitrant. What? The Wondrous Waitrant? They're still in business? Oh, sorry. And of course, Clan Vogel is representing themselves as Clan Vogel. They've sponsored themselves. Wonderful. I guess that's great. I'm just in
Way to
from
help
their
the
bar to
community.
say that it's actually great that they were able to bankroll. Oh, okay. I'm not going to say that. That's stupid. All right. Anyway, we will give all of our teammates and members and competitors a moment to prep before they begin. This is the 20-minute warning, everybody. Make sure you don't miss the event.
So,
All right. Who's going on this?
Who's standing on the plank?
Well, so, I mean,
Kyron, obviously, but we need 2 others.
well, Conk, because if he's going to be the one who's pushing and walking
Well,
on the water.
Does he technically have to be?
We have to go along because we have to roll this thing
He can't do that.
on the land portions, not by himself.
So
Well, I mean, but there'd still be one other person.
Yeah.
So
just to make it easy for you guys, and so that I don't have to role play all this, there are referees and proctors or just people that are involved in it that walk around to each one and say like, hey, do you have any questions? Do you need help? What's going on? The rules as it is that yes, as long as the table is on land,
Has to
any
be
part of
rolled.
it is on land. It has to be rolled until no more part of it
So-
is on land.
Are there rollers gathered for the other groups, or is it just the 3 people?
From what you can see, each other one is just using 3 people.
Okay.
There is you ask them. There is no rule of there's the limit as to how many you use. You can use as many as you like.
Okay.
You just have to be aware that once you're no longer on land and you're on there, everybody on your team, which is so if you have more people, it's more difficult. Everybody on your team has to have contact with the table at all times, no matter what it is that you're doing. So this guy draws a little diagram. I'm like, well, this is the basic technique. This is how we do it. Is like pretty much you often one person will stay on top so they can help steer it however they can by any means. Whereas 2 people will roll on the bottom, and once they roll enough and the bottom person comes out from under the table, they keep their hand on it, they slide it like a railing and run up to the front and roll down under it again and kind of cycle like a conveyor belt, and they keep doing that until they're out, and then they get into the water and all of them get on top of it and they move through. And he said that's how usually it works if you're doing it completely mundane, but you can do it however you want. As long as all of you keep contact with the board.
Conk, Kyron, and one other.
who's the most dexterous?
It's got to be a roller. And, yeah.
I'm the most dexterous out of us, but I don't know if. But you're
Again, no
more
limit to
immune
how many
poison,
people
too.
you can have. You just all have to be touching it at all times. You can have as many as you like.
Most of my spells I can hit from anywhere.
I just half my fucking arsenal's gone because they don't like messing with gravity. What's wrong with that?
Because I imagine dexterity. I don't know what do you think was going to be the most important thing.
You guys do get a look through a little bit of a pamphlet, which is like the basic rules. There is no technical rule that says you aren't allowed to mess with the other teams, like, and that's fine. Just like, how hockey players sometimes punch each other and fight and all that shit. It's more of just like there is a rule about like there is no knocking anybody out and there is no killing. It's not allowed. It's considered extremely bad sportsmanship, and you will immediately get disqualified and probably charged. There is technically no rule against outside interference, but again, extremely frowned upon. So if you're gonna do it, you don't get caught. It is okay for people to cheer like that and to help like that. Sometimes people throw roses or letters in there, and if that, whatever, or whatever, or garters or whatever people throw into shit.
It was my plan is to hex the Vogel guy,
Okay.
but that's concentration, and so if I take any damage from the water or anything, the risk losing that. So that's one consideration.
I don't think. My control water is concentration.
Yeah. The things I have are concentration.
How good is Pernua's dex?
That's what I was just wondering.
It's pretty average.
And on top of that, like, does she have any poison resistance?
Yeah.
I don't think she does. She's just immortal,
Okay.
technically.
Haha. The Revenant has poison immunity
Oh, according to that?
by the monster manual.
Oh, she does. It is in her stat block that I have here. She does it. She is immune to poison. She's immune to the damage and the condition.
So, Pernua, can you help out?
I can try. Are you gonna put all NPCs on this thing so I have to fucking do this? Are you kidding me?
We're assisting.
Fucking
We're
kidding
assisting
me.
with the support and magic stuff.
Yes.
I have to play my own fucking
I mean-
game. by myself.
I mean, I'm playing Conk.
It's like a new form of masturbation.
Does anybody else have an idea? Like a better idea?
None of the actual main characters are going to be on. This is absurd.
I mean,
We're figuring out how to get NPCs
Yeah,
to
yeah.
do it successfully.
Yeah, yeah.
one other thing is I'm worried about that mage just because they're able to concentrate on a couple things at the same time, which is wild. I want to learn how they did that, but they try to cast spells.
Where's his rock? Does he have it out?
He put it in his pocket.
Yeah, but they definitely told you.
He like muttered it and started rolling it. Started glowing
Mm,
a little bit, and then he put it in his pocket.
they do.
It doesn't say that you have to see.
Yeah, I mean, could. I don't know if.
Cool. So we got Kyron, Conk, and Pernua. That's your team? Just three? Yeah.
Well, I don't know, I'm just trying to think of.
Stabbing somebody?
Kyron,
Yeah. What do you stab him?
protection from poison.
Protection from poison. So you have two characters that are immune to poison and one that's resistant to poison now.
Yes.
They all have water walk because I can do it on up to 10 people.
And they all have water walk. This is insane.
And then the Vogel, the Clank, whatever his name was, is hexed for Dex.
Klaxon.
Klaxon.
We have. That's our friends.
Yes.
You're
Right next to us, yeah.
Cast slow on those 6 then.
Right now.
Or like right at the beginning of the start, when they sound the...
Okay, cool. Like, now's your prep time. So what are you doing for your prep time? Because we're going to go into, like, initiative and things are going to happen.
I gave him the protection from poison, and I'm just...
How long does that last? An hour?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm
You
just-
good. You good.
Yeah, Hex lasts like 8 hours at this point, and water
It
walks.
does?
Yeah, at the level I'm at.
You're hexing Klaxon?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Are you trying to do this surreptitiously?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so go ahead. Is there a somatic component to hex or a vocal component?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to roll. I'm sure. Yeah, it's herbal somatic and material.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna say roll a. I'm gonna slide a hand
I mean,
because somatic components are a lot easier to see than vocal components.
Can't do stuff.
could be like deception, because he like casting it on something on one of his
You're
own
just
team
trying to
members.
give him a bonus to charisma.
No, I'm. Couldn't you like pretend like he's casting something on Pernua,
Oh, that's a good
but
way to go
also be
about it.
casting it on?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. You could do that. You could do deception. Yeah. Give me a reason. Stop playing Log's character, Anna. Stop. All right. Go ahead. What'd you get?
Roll a 1. So,
Okay. So here's the deal. What's the total on that?
a 6.
Okay. One of the proctors does approach you and say, "Sir, you're not allowed to cast spells on enemy. You're not allowed to cast spells on other competitors
Oh, shit.
during the
I have bad-
especially during the. Sorry, we're
I
gonna.
have bad depth perception, so I just missed.
I'm sorry, sir. We're gonna have to ask you to leave.
Okay.
Walk in as another person.
You're escorted out. I'm gonna say that you probably get caught in the middle of casting hex, so you don't get it off because these people. This is their job.
Right.
Is to stop that shit from happening.
But there's still water walk.
Yeah, the water walks up. That was easy that you're doing that. Because of that whole thing, Klaxon does notice, and he looks at you like,
Or I guess just
you get escorted out.
yeah. I'll walk behind a corner and
Yeah. Change your disguise into somebody else. Who are you looking like that? This is insane.
Pete Postlewaite.
How do you just pull these names? I have to look these up every time. I know these people, but I don't know them by name. Pete Postlewaite?
You can't ask me to spell it because it's weird, but it
I
should.
see it. Okay. Wow. Wow. What?
He's been in a number
What
of
movie
things.
was he on that he had that earring and he was dressed like a safari? Oh, he was in The Lost World.
Yeah.
That's what it was. He was the guy that was
He's been like in Alien 3 and Dragonheart. And,
yeah, Dragonheart,
Romeo and Juliet
yeah.
as the priest.
Clash of Titans 2. Wow. Okay, yeah, you walk in as Pete Postlewaite. My goodness. Disguise self is so powerful. Okay, cool. Walk in, boom. You just straight walk back in. I will say that you now are no longer considered part of. You're just considered a thing. So
Spectator.
you end up over there, most likely.
Very well. I'll go stand by the other bugbear and act like I.
Bugbear
forget
just-
that I'm not a bugbear. Right
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody doing a prep? Anything?
I'm waiting for noise, and so that no one's watching me to cast a spell.
Okay. You eventually the announcer's like, gird your loins, everybody. This is the 5-minute warning. In 5 minutes,
Actually,
we'll
I'm
be
gonna wait
starting the
anyway
trial.
because it's in the water. Never mind.
Okay. Everybody, the 5 minutes. Make sure your tables are in their upright and set position, and we're about to go. Oh, is that the voice I used before? What's it right And we're about to go about the trial. I'm excited. I can't speak words. Let's do it. And people are getting ready. They're on top. The ready position is to have any sort of contact with the board first. Once you're there, then you start and you go. Is there any particular ready position that you want Pernua and Conk to take? At some point, I'm just going to take full control of Pernua, just because asking you what you want Pernua to do isn't feasible, nor does it make any sense. Well, because she has to make decisions in the heat of the moment. Which makes it so that if anything bad happens, I'm going to get blamed. So that's why I hate this.
How can we kind of estimate how far away
You
from?
guys can give it a game plan or some shit.
Yeah, I just want we want her to end up back on the front of the board and Conk to be on the back of the board when they hit the liquid.
Okay. Yeah.
So like however many
How it works is
switches
that at the
they need to
beginning,
make.
Conk and Pernua are both going to have to go under the board.
Right, that's what I mean.
Forward.
Like however many switches we think they need to make, just set him
so
up
he ends
so
up at the
that
back.
he ends up at the back and she ends up.
Absolutely, it's totally fine. Totally fine.
the front
I'm
of the
not
board.
trying not to bog that down with
Yeah.
mechanics. What happens is that when complications happen, they have to roll a saving throw to see if they can maintain contact with the board.
That's fine.
If they fail the saving throw, they don't maintain with the contact, and they have to start all over. That is with everybody on here too.
Okay.
Great. The final horn calls, the rotate horn, like kind of like shofar style, blows. That is the 60-second warning bell. Everybody's getting ready. Spells are casted. People are getting prepped. You see the artificer that's on the Vogel thing start to power up this. There's this pilot light that starts to light at the end of this tube that this guy is holding. Kind of looks like a jet engine. And he's just like holding it there. And he kind of gets down in a stance and pulls out a leg that he sticks in and attaches to the bottom of the board.
You can do this, buddy. Then I'm going to enhance ability dexterity on Conk.
Neither of those are concentration?
They are concentration.
Protection from poison is not.
Okay.
This is
So you're going to enhance ability on
Conk.
For
Dexterity.
dexterity. Okay, cool. All right, you're going to have to remind me of all that stuff.
That's
It's
fine.
like not keeping track of your
Nope.
buffs.
I'll just.
Cool. Cool. Again, Lady Megara. Megara.
Yeah.
Megara looks to you guys and just nods. Looks at your choice of people, and she's like, and because she doesn't really know any better or doesn't really know you guys. You see the halfling behind her is flipping a coin. And flips a coin. It's like, always lucky. And we're off.
Go.
You ready?
Yep.
Yep. And slow.
And so go ahead and roll a.
When I'm trying to do it like as the crowd cheers and stuff. And
Sure. Roll a sleight of hand check for me.
So long. That's a 9.
A 9. Who are you casting it on?
Those 6 over there.
Those 6 over there? Okay. It was only a 7 for their perception to. So one of the proctors is like distracted by this jet engine of this artificial goes, and it just starts to rocket them forward as this is what happens. This guy gets down, goes under the board, and then it just rolls right over him. Just by using the force of the jet engine as it's sticking down, they make it into. They had a very high initiative, so they ended up going first.
You have to roll.
I know. I'm going
Okay.
to.
Okay.
I'm going to. But it's like physics. So yeah, it's gonna happen. What happened? And so the loud blast of the jet engine distracted the proctor, so the proctor wasn't looking. You can have to roll saving throw.
Yeah, wisdom 17.
That's a 19 for the Bandito dude. That is a 17 for Klaxon. And that is a 18 for the Artificer.
Dang it.
So it affects none of them?
None of those three. What about the other
Okay,
three?
here we go. So now we do Clan Mortanic. That is a 14 for the
Fail.
Bugbear. Failure. That is a 17 for Armand Mortanic.
Success.
Okay. And that is a 7 for the Orc.
Fail.
Okay, so these two slowly get off and like get under the thing. I'm not gonna do this. This is gonna be a pain in the ass to do every single time, but hey, look at that. That worked. So they take their whole turn just to get under the board. They don't move anywhere, and like they're moving real slow. And Armand's like, "What the fuck are you doing? Move faster!" Interestingly enough, the Bugbear also has haste on him. So I think they just move at normal speed. I guess.
You get both effects on them?
I get, because it's two different spellcasters concentrating on two different spells. The actual. I guess.
Yeah.
I think it just cancel each other out at that point.
Right.
Yep.
So the Bugbear has haste on them, and the Orc has well, you don't know. So the Bugbear just moves like regular speed and just bangs into shit. Yeah, so that's what happens. It bangs into the Orc, causes this to fall off, and he falls off and loses contact, and then he's like, "Gosh, dang it!" And they have to start over, but they didn't really go anywhere, so they didn't really lose any time. But they'll go next turn. Can you do me a favor? Just give me an average initiative. Yeah. Somebody roll initiative for the group. I'm gonna say I know Chiron has a +1. Pernua has a. Let's just average this out so I don't have to roll a bunch of dice. Pernua has a +1. What does Conk have?
+3.
+3. Okay, so let's just say a total plus. Let's just say +2. Someone roll D20. Add 2.
17.
17. Okay, you guys beat Clan Harak. So you guys go next. You're having Pernua and Conk get under here.
Yep.
And roll. You got it. Pernua and Conk get under here. They roll. They use their movement to go down and their action to roll. And the front is in there. Pernua is still on the back. Conk gets up here. As you guys start to get into the thing,
I
and
don't
then
want that flip select.
what Pernua is going to grab on and climb over everybody to get to the top. That's what she's going to do. She knows what she's doing. She's good at this shit. And Conk is not difficult to climb. It's just the way it works. If you want them to get moving fast, they have to plop under, and then it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's not going to take any extra movement. Great, cool. That's the first round. We're on to the second round now.
Can I cast Dispel Magic on his jet propulsion?
Oh, on the item? Interesting.
I mean-
where are you? What's the distance here?
The Harak group.
It's
goes-
120.
Oh, yeah, Harak. Sorry. Harak group goes...
It's 120 feet, so is the range on it.
So here's the deal. Halfling dude stays exactly where he is. The
not
only
even on
dude, this Durgar looks buff as shit. He gets under here and he just fully like lifts the thing and goes and just as it just and he ends up right here. We're just gonna roll something real quick. He did amazingly well, and he just shoves everybody forward one because they have a system, and they fully end up on the thing here. Yeah, they're good. You wanted to do something?
I wanted to Dispel Magic on his item.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you're over here. What's the 60 feet?
120 feet?
120 feet is
Yeah.
Dispel Magic? Yeah, you're you're fine. Okay, I'm gonna say I'm gonna have you roll. It's a spell casting check for Dispel Magic if it's against something that is a higher level of it. So
Higher
yeah.
than 4, yeah, or higher than 3.
Yeah. Good. So you're gonna have to roll something. The DC. You don't know the DC.
What do I add?
You add your spell casting
Your
modifier.
wisdom modifier.
Your wisdom modifier.
So 11.
11. You cast the spell magic. Nothing. It doesn't look like it affected the thing at all. Yeah, it just keeps on pushing them forward. That is the end of the first round. I think Cole would drop an inspiration on somebody. Who would you want him to drop an inspiration on somebody? On
Conk
Pernua?
to push. I don't know.
pick one.
Pernua, yeah.
Pernua. Okay, cool. So Pernua's got a D8, right? Okay, remind me of that. Someone. Don't forget, and remind me that Pernua's got inspiration. Up next is Clan Vogel. They are moving exceedingly fast. You see Klaxon whip out his hatchet and stick it into the brine to like create lag on one side so he can avoid this, so he doesn't have to roll on land anymore, and just like full jet propulsion boat thing is what's happening right now. Just gonna roll a couple things here. Okay. It's the jet propulsion stutters a little bit, but it does push them forward quite a bit to about, I'm gonna say like right there. They're moving quite fast. As the front of the board is like sticking up and they're just skidding along the top. There's some heavy people on here, but because of how fast it's moving, it's just skidding along the top of the thing. You see this individual, turn around, doesn't even turn around, no look shots, shoots under the cloak that they have, puts a hole through their cloak, shoots right at the halfling dude on Herak's team, fully hits him.
I was going to warding flare.
What's the distance you're rewarding
That's
flare?
what I was wondering. I think it's only 60 feet. I'm probably too far away. Probably because
You're probably around where like Ermgrim is right now, because you guys are already up there. 60 feet, that's 12 inches. Yeah, you're a little too far out of range there. Yeah. You want to try to get closer? You want to move to get closer to the edge?
Yeah, no.
You got movement. You got 25 feet of movement.
Can I? No, I won't.
Okay.
Fine.
You see.
It'd be too obvious.
You see the shot coming right for the halfling. The halfling is flipping his coin, and the bolt. He uses one of his abilities, one of his luck points, to make him re-roll his attack roll, and puts it down low enough that he misses. So he flips up a coin, and like right in front of his face where the bolt would hit, the bolt hits the coin instead, and there's this big electric shock as it like hits the coin and goes into the water. And he's like, "Whew, that was lucky!" And he pulls out another coin and starts flipping it again. Good luck charm on that one. Okay, that was Vogel's turn. Now we are on the Armand's turn. This guy's still slowed. They get to save at the end of their turns, right?
Correct.
Okay, so let me roll their saves. Natural 1 for the bugbear,
Excellent.
19 for the orc. So they're both now at normal speed. Because the bugbear is still slowed, but he's also hasted. This is so stupid. So they will be able to move a bit, move at normal speed. They're going to end up just like everybody else was at the end with this kind of deal. But they are behind everybody else. Cool. Then it's going to be Armand's turn. He stood up. He got on. That was all of his movement. He is going to cast a spell. He's going to roll an Arcana check to see if he can do this properly.
Counterspell.
As he's casting a spell, you fully counterspell?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to do this surreptitiously, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll a...
I mean, I'm within range, I'm assuming. I'm
60 feet. Yeah. I mean, they're still technically on the land. You're within range. You got it. Roll sleight of hand, I guess.
That's 21.
Yeah, for sure. You just You see his like hands go out and his fingers go out behind him, and it just it like sputters and some smoke comes out. He's like, "What? What the hell?" And he's just really upset about it. Not having a good day, this guy. Cool. That's their turn. We're then off to you guys. Anything special? Okay. Pernua. Ooh, woo. Pernua rolls her last roll. She's gonna roll an acrobatics check real quick, just to make sure she does really good. Well,
Remember, she has inspiration if she needs it.
she's gonna use it because that was not good. And that was an 8 on the inspiration die, allowing her to easily do and hop in here. Conk then gets off.
Grab the board and just start.
Yeah, because he has water walk, right?
Yeah.
So he just straight up pushes.
And he can dash too, right?
Does Pernua have water walk?
Yep.
Yeah, they all.
Okay,
all of
she
them.
gets off here and pulls. And Chiron's just not gonna bother because he didn't.
You just stay there, buddy.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
just looks. He looks like he's on his palanquin being carried. They move their. Well, no, they move their half movement because they're carrying, so they're both gonna move about 15 feet. So 5, 10, 15. They make some good moves. You guys are now neck and neck with
They can
the.
dash.
But
though.
they can dash.
They can dash.
But I think they would.
Yeah, they would.
It's a race.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah. It's not like they can cast spells or do something like that. but-
Okay, so here's the
You
deal.
know?
They get to the edge of here, and Pernua
Drops.
hops back. Well, she hops back on first, just while this pushes here, and then she's gonna drop when it's safe.
Okay.
Do you guys? Is this direction you want them to take?
I mean, as long
What
as
is?
the
What's the
This
end goal?
is land.
Yeah.
Just
what's,
to get to the end?
To get to the end, yeah.
Then yeah, just straight across.
Straight across. Okay. So the difficulty lies on when you have small stretches of land here. Every time that part of the board goes off the land, someone's got to be under it.
Right.
Which is really, really hard with small pieces in there. So like, especially since it's so close to both pools, so some rolls will have to be made to see if they can remain like. It's a little bit more when you have more room. You move slower, but you're more accurate.
But
Does that make sense?
she's immune to poison.
That's true. It's not as much as that as it is like getting under it quickly enough so you get the right sweet spot and not like roll into it and then roll into the pond and lose contact with the board. Does that make sense?
yeah. So, question about this then: is this land here? These cracks?
I'm sorry. This is the edge of. This is land. Just that tiny little.
Okay,
bit.
and everything else is
Everything
not.
else is,
All right.
yeah.
Cool. Just double checking.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I think that's probably fine.
Okay, cool. So they're just gonna the next time when they do that, Pernua is gonna have to roll off and roll for like a quarter of an inch, pretty much, and then grab on and somehow swing herself back up. It doesn't really matter if she gets in the pool. It's just making sure she maintains
Holds
contact,
on.
and Conk's gonna have to do the same thing. Okay, so just some rolls will have to be involved. Make
Yep.
sense? Cool. All right, then it is Harak's turn, right?
Yep.
Okay, so Harak. Big boy in the back takes both of his hatchets, these like long-handled hatchets, puts them together, and just starts rowing like a kayak behind here. I'm just gonna roll. I'm gonna roll an athletics check with him to see how he's doing. He's a fucking monster. He is so fucking strong. Ooh, that's a 19 on a die, plus 4 strength for him, plus that like plus proficiency. That's over a 25 for this. They move a good 25 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. They're about like right there. They're just ahead of them. This guy is a monster. So same thing. They're moving so fast that even though they're heavy, they're skimming along the top of this. Cool. Armand's so pissed. Great. Anything before we move on to the next round?
Would Cole do another inspiration?
Yeah.
Yeah. How many does he have?
I don't know.
He left his
I don't think he's done any.
He hasn't
not
done
today.
anything.
Yeah.
I don't know where he keeps them.
I mean, he hasn't used any, so he's got 5. Or is it
How many do you get?
level number?
The amount of inspiration.
I got it. Pulling it up.
He's a level 6 bard.
My teeth hurt. My wisdom teeth hurt.
don't have wisdom teeth anymore.
Lack of.
Yeah, he's got 5.
He's got 5.
So this would be just 2 of 5.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so probably would have.
Okay, who would you like him to inspire?
Pernua.
Pernue again? You got it. Okay. Great. That's the end of the first round. Okay, so Artificer over here now with Klaxon is going to try to. Come on, you know you can do it. Come on, I didn't spend all that money and all that time and energy inventing you and stealing the schematics so that I did fucking do this. And he starts. Damn it, you piece of shit! He looks, latch dis effort. Looks like he takes. Ooh. Passive perception high. You're far
Cole.
away. Cole's far away.
70 or so
Takes
feet.
some sort of crystal out of his hand and jams it into like one of the canisters of this thing, and immediately it goes. It just sunbursts out, and he's like, and he just maniacal laugh as this thing jettisons a good 30 feet forward. You see this guy just fully sacrifices himself. We're gonna roll some stuff here because they're moving at exceptionally fast speeds. Oh shit. Okay, so here's what happens. He gets fucked the fuck up as it just goes right over him as it goes off into the other one. He's gonna have to now roll a dexterity saving throw to grab onto it after it passes over him. He can't grab onto it as it goes past him, and you hear a boom, sort of like, Clan Vogel, teammate, let go, start over. And this guy fully can't stop. So that was just his action. It's part of the movement. I'm just gonna run this because they're going the whole round. They would have made it all the way if that wouldn't have happened. But so this guy gets left behind, gets fucked up, ends up in this pool right here. Takes quite a bit of poison damage. Okay, he takes a lot of poison damage, but he's still kicking. They go to the end, collide with some of the actual, and knock over some of those individuals. And people are like, oh! Eventually this guy pulls the kill switch and they kind of tumble and move and Klaxon is all like, ah, damn it! He just socks the Artificer in the face and goes like, fix it! Let's go! And they start putting their stuff up. There's a pit crew that does have dinghies that go across and pick people up. Eventually, I'm just saving time so I don't fucking do that. They eventually do pick him up. There are mages with them, so they just kind of and then they tap them and they teleport them and they move them over. And so yeah, they once everybody's there. There's a pit crews, a couple people that kind of put their hands together, take a scroll and then punch it, and they teleport them all the way back here.
What kind of leader hurts their own people? Yell into the crowd.
Ooh, roll a charisma check.
Great. Can we say Cole yelled?
Yeah.
You could have yelled at us, Cole.
But you didn't.
Yeah, that's a 6.
6.
But I'm still going to respond, oh, well, that's who.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I'm in the crowd.
So what?
Yeah.
Here's what happens. I'm so sorry, Shoshani. This is what happens. Shoshani,
Why I
you're like,
can't-
what kind of leader hurts their own people? It's like Cole's like, yeah. What kind of leader hurts their own people? Of like that one person who says the joke just louder
Yeah.
than you, and they get the laugh.
I understand.
Yeah. And you're like, you piece of crap.
No, this time I was like, yeah, thank you.
And you're like, Vogel's trash. Cool. He's pissed. Cool. Okay, so that is their turn. Next up is, yes, a Mortanic. Okay. He's going to try the spell again that he tried before.
Counter spell.
Again? Okay, yeah. Go ahead and roll the
This
thing.
guy's really mad at you.
So yeah, roll the. It is a third level or lower, so automatically happens. But I need you to roll the sleight of hand, see if you get caught.
Nat 1.
Okay, so here's what happens. While you're doing this sort of thing, your wrists get grabbed. Like, ma'am, that's not okay. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Okay.
And
So
you're
I
escorted
just
out. The
hate
counterspell
them
does
once I
not
get it.
go off.
Okay.
Let's
It's
see
still,
if they.
It still counts for the slot, though, right?
Yes, because you were in the middle of casting the spell, but it didn't go off. Yeah. Okay, they rolled an OK Arcana check. You see them like cast burning hands, but an altered form of burning hands that makes like little jet engines go behind their hands as they are fully. They get pushed forward to see if this bugbear can. That was cocked, thank God, because that could have been a natural one. To a 19. Oh, okay, good. This bugbear just punches this orc in the butt and pushes him forward.
Kev just
What is this?
He has
just
counterspell,
responded,
too.
Don't forget Cole has counterspell.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
They move forward quite a bit. The orc and the bugbear then pull out what looks like a very lightweight metal oars that look like big. Well, they're not metal. They're more like. It's complicated. They look like big wooden spoons, like giant, like big old wood spoons, and they both just are rowing, and they are both very, very strong. So they might push this thing forward a little bit further. That's okay. That's much better. So they go another 15, 5, 10, 15 feet. So now they're neck and neck with Harak. It is then your guys' turn.
I'm going to cast Control Water under us and make it flood so that there's no land.
Oh, because you're going to connect the two ponds? Nice! Brilliant! What a cool idea. Cool. Yeah, just roll the sleight of hand to see if you can do it surreptitiously
Gosh, I don't.
or stealthily.
Not that I have.
Better.
13.
13, let's see if the proctors are paying attention. Nope, they only got a 9.
Too busy escorting Trisheni
Yeah,
out.
Yeah.
too busy like teleporting these guys out, escorting Trisheni out. There's a bunch of shit. Like, so here's the deal. Like, hey, it happened. We can't stop. If we can stop it from happening, we'll stop it from happening. But if it happened, it happened. We can't undo the race or anything. But shame on you. Slap on the wrist. You don't get to watch the rest of the show now. Is there anything you do to try to get back in, or?
I mean,
You can flash your car back in.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'll just fly
Just so you
back
can
in.
watch?
And, yeah.
You can
Okay,
cast the
cool.
room.
Touch spells.
Which could work. I mean, he could just fly on
Yeah.
and touch stuff if you wanted to do that. Yeah. So
He
you
just
just
grabbed
go.
his mouth and
You're
nothing.
like that emo kid that got kicked out of a bar, so I'm just gonna smoke my cigarette outside the door, kind of kid with like, but I'm gonna warg into my friend and just enjoy it from this way. Cool.
You
You
shall
fly.
go with you to make sure while you're warned.
Should I see
Yeah.
an idol?
For,
Yeah.
for
Yay,
sure,
thank
Log,
you.
Argus, and Cole notice. Like all y'all guys notice Shakar. Like, oh, okay, yeah, we got you and everything. So if you need to go wherever you need to go, yeah. If you want Shakar to land somewhere or fly somewhere, you let me know. Okay, cool. The rest of them, you water and
Flood
have
it.
it flood, so they disconnect. Pernua sees that. Pernua sees this and looks at Chiron. Chiron's like. And just being like, Miss United States. Whereas Conk looks at Conk and she's like, just keep pushing, don't stop. And Tonk's like, and just keeps pushing through.
Does she hop off and pull?
When she sees that, she's going to hop off and pull. So they'll both move 15 feet and then dash to move another 30. Shit, you do it. I don't want to do it.
The bugbear
Here we
needs
go.
needs to resave, by the way.
Yeah, they move up there. The top of the front of the board goes right there.
Yeah.
You guys are so close. Oh my god, insane! What a dope use of that fucking spell.
Yeah.
That was so cool. Okay, cool.
Bugbear needs to resave.
Yes, he does.
To get his haste.
That is a 16.
That just meets.
Okay, so now he's on full haste. So they're going to be moving a lot
Wasted
faster.
3. Your
Cool.
turn,
Now
so-
it is
so.
Harak's turn. Harak is going to do what they've been doing before.
Paddle boy.
You see the halfling go like, "Now's the time," and flips it and sings it. I need a coin. I had a good one. Where did it go? Where's my cool coin?
There's one of these here.
Yeah, that'll work. That's heads, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because one on the other one.
That's not mine. Actually, that just appeared in my box one day.
You could have it.
Alright.
He's like, oh boy, Evander shines down on me. You got it, buddy. And she slaps the tit of the captain here, and the captain gets advantage on all of his rolls this turn, using this luck child bountiful luck feature.
How much water does my thing impact?
Enough for it to go across.
No,
You mean
but
how
wide.
wide?
Yeah.
I said it was 20-foot cube, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 20-foot cube.
So
It's like that.
So you could have
You
cast it
could've-
on the edge. or-
Yeah, I would have.
Okay, you want to help her? You want to get her in second place, don't you?
We'll see.
You can absolutely, yeah. It just sits there, right?
Flood
Yeah.
like enough of it so that it
well,
also
when I
gives
use
them
flood,
a
it does the
pathway.
whole.
Yeah,
it
for sure, for
raises
sure.
by 20 feet.
Okay, so here's the deal.
max.
Does that work out perfect?
Ooh, come on, boy.
And then I could.
All right, and then we're gonna add
change
a.
it to,
That
make
is
a
a
wave to make
lot.
you
So that's
capsize.
a 27 for this boy. And Megara is gonna use. She's gonna use one of her commander abilities to instead give her action to him. So he gets an extra action. So he's gonna do it again. Oof, that is insanely good. That's a 27 and a 29. So you just see him go, "Ah!" and he's just fully kayak paddleboarding this thing, and where this top starts to lift up, and they are almost neck and neck with you. They move about, I think it's like 40 feet or so, 45 feet. They are almost neck and neck. There's like 5 feet behind you. And they skid right over the part that was liquid. Go like, oh, in a strange turn of events, folks, the ponds have completely changed their geographical features. Never before seen here. So weird. People just walking on top of it. No big deal. No problem. Nobody's hurt. This is less of a competition and more of an evisceration of egos at this point. So that boom, boom, boom. You're done. You're done. You're done. Everyone, that's the end of the round.
Vogel.
But we're back to Vogel, who is at the start.
Love to see it.
Okay, so
I will just, for what it's worth, I will have Shakar fly around one of the main proctor's heads to try to distract him next time one of my companions tries to do something.
okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
Here's what's gonna happen. Okay, here's what's gonna happen. Vogel's going to take what looks like a small canister of some sort of like gel or liquid out, and like slap it in the hand of the bandit-looking dude, and be like, "Use it or lose it." You understand? As you can read lips, and you hear him say this.
Yeah.
And he nods, squeezes it into his hand, slaps his hand down onto the board, and you see it's like stuck there now. And Klaxon then takes both of his hatchets and goes, and
They're in the water.
no, they're not in the water yet, and just goes, sticks both of his hatchets down into there, gets off, rolls into the front, and says, and just yells at the gnome artificer dude, be like, "Make yourself worth the money! Do it now!" And he takes out what looks like, now that you can see and y'all are paying attention, what looks like a shard of terrazine, shoves it into the thing, takes another one, shoves it into the thing, takes another one, and shoves it into this thing. Where it was like a turbine that was flaring out and everything, fully just opens all the way, a massive explosion kicks out the back of this thing, shatters the back of this door. What's up?
Grease.
Shut the fuck up. Get the hell out of here. Are you serious?
I'm going to try and cast grease on top of
Is that a
thing.
reaction? No.
No, it's an action.
Okay.
That's fine. We can wait.
Because I want to say, did I let you guys cast spells during other people's turns that weren't reactions?
No.
Nobody really did that yet,
Nope.
did they?
No.
People only did like counterspell and warding flare.
I
and
was
stuff
trying
like-
to help. Yeah, I was trying to hold any of my spells till it was our turn.
Yeah.
Right. Like
That's
you were
fine.
holding spells until were you holding that spell until it was their turn because you didn't know until this happened.
Right.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm not trying to
You're fine.
mess with you. Okay, cool.
Makes sense.
So this guy does this. A Klaxon takes his shield, like grabs it and sticks it into the bottom of it so it can't come free, and has his hand there and like rolls and pushes this thing forward as the back of this just shatters, and they do like take flight for a moment, but because that his shield is attached and he has his hand on the ground, they never actually leave the ground due to transitive properties, and so he like drags his hand on the ground and stays there, so they're fully within the rules. And then at the very last moment, as they're going off the wall, and they've changed direction, they're going this way now. At the very last moment, he's gonna roll a acrobatics/athletics check to like spin himself back on top. It's pretty good. It's a 19, so he just back on top. This thing is cruising. This guy who helped roll him and get under there is fully stuck. Like looks like his arm is popped out of his socket and he's fully stuck in there, but his hand is just not coming off of that board, and he keeps getting skid onto the thing, and it looks like he's getting more and more damaged and more and more damaged and more and more damaged as they are going to move. I'm going to roll a strength saving throw for this guy. Hey, it's pretty fucking good. It's okay. They're rolling insanely well right now. They move a whole 60 feet forward. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 55, 60 as they end up right here. At this point,
Did they hit the Mortanic?
they try to clip him. Yeah, they try to clip him. That is 4 fucking 6s for the amount of poison damage. That's insane. Absolute max damage for the guy who the bandito who's holding on, unconscious. Completely unconscious.
Because he took damage here too, so he
He's-
was already fucked up.
He's down. He's absolutely. He's fully unconscious, but he's not letting go. He still has maintained contact, so they are doing. He's got. I'll let you figure out what it is. And you see, Klaxon's got his 2 hatchets in there, and they're like leaning left and right at to aim this thing as he's holding on to this thing in the wood and just leaning like a motorcycle would with this insane a drive plume in the back is insane. So not only do they clip him, or they clip Mortanic, who rolls a dexterity saving throw of 8, but then they take a bunch of fire damage from the plume going by them. Dexterity saving throw again. Okay, Bugbear and Orc are damaged quite a lot. They get hit and they're skid sideways. And aren't moving as well as they get slowed down by getting clipped by this thing. That was Vogel's turn. It is then Mortanic's turn. Mortanic has to take their... actually, you know what they're going to try to do? They're all 3 of them going to roll acrobatics checks. It was good that Armand was on the front of that because he didn't take any drive plume damage. Not great. Here's what happens: the Bugbear and Armand, the Bugman and Armand Mortanic grab this and flip it, but the centrifugal forces, the Orc doesn't know what's happening. The Orc, so they flip with it, but the centrifugal forces still have him there, but he lands on his head when this thing flips over. and they don't. They roll under it like this, and what they try to do is grab onto it and just roll it sideways, barrel roll, rather than roll it like this, because they're trying to take advantage of the momentum and just try to splash onto the thing. The orc doesn't. They're okay. They rolled pretty well. They're going to end up directly back on top once they hit the water, because they go boom, bounce, hit themselves, and then bounce back onto the water. The orc's going to have to roll another check to see if they maintain. They do at the last moment. The orc grabs, so they all end up, unfortunately though, prone because of this fucking move. All on top of there. Wild fucking move. Cool. Okay, now things get interesting. Bubbling up from Pernua right before she'd noticed what was happening after all this dispersion. Guess what? Beer Eel comes fucking up right in front of her as she's walking on top of the beer here, of the ale here. Not only one, but several of them show up all in front here. In front of this guy. This guy. They're in initiative now. They're going to take their turns. This one Naga beer eel dude is going to attack Pernua. The natural one. I don't know. Yeah, I guess attacks its friend right next to it. God.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Complication
They
avoided.
are immune to poison. They are. Wait. No, wait. No. Yeah, they are immune to poison, so that makes sense as to why they're doing that. Okay, so that's the first attack. Attacks his friend, but it's piercing damage and poison damage, but the friend is immune to poison damage, so it only takes the piercing damage. Which is the minimum damage, so it's like barely anything. It doesn't fucking do anything to the dude. Second attack on Pernua. That hits. That is a 17 to hit. Oh, I want you guys to roll these things. I don't want to fucking roll all these Constitution saving.
She's also immune to poison.
She's also immune to poison, so it only does the piercing damage. Shit. I'm gonna drop the die. I don't care. I'll get it later. Only the piercing damage isn't a whole lot. Only 10 points of damage to her. Okay, and the third attack. Natural 20. Okay. Okay, that's 9 plus 6. Another 15. Oof. So 25 damage to her this round. She is not looking good. Pernua is not looking good at all. She's pretty darn hurt. Nagas are going to attack then. Boop, 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 boo. Megara. 3 attacks on Megara. First one hits. Second one hits. Third one misses. 2 Constitution saving throws at advantage because poison. Where's my DC? Succeeds on the first one. Succeeds on the second one. Okay, so she's still going to take quite a bit of damage here, though. Oh my god! Jesus.
You made them like this.
Yes. Yes, that was the idea. Shit. Holy shit, that's 38 damage on the first attack. Even halved. Oh, okay, cool. That's minimum. So and that's only 15. Okay. Megara Mortanic or Megara Herak is not looking good. She took a shit ton of damage from those 2 bites. She will use her reaction though to make an attack as a commander ability to try to. And what she's going to do is she's going to do a tripping attack to make this thing go prone and fall back into the water, so she can skid over it. She's going to roll to see if she can hit. That's a miss, unfortunately. She just take 2. She dodges the first one and then takes 2 big old bites, right? She's like, by this thing, and she tries to trip it, and she can't. The guy in the back. Oh, wait, you know what?
Lucky.
Bountiful luck. She's going to try to roll that second attack again as he tries to use this.
She has advantage this whole
No, that's just
on the turn.
Durgar dude. He has advantage.
Gotcha.
She rolled worse on her thing and everything. So luck child halfling, a subclass that I made that can do some really cool luck things, but unfortunately I can't. That doesn't work.
This guy?
Yeah, this guy is going to
They're all prone.
boom 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 attack all 3 of them. One just bite bite bite. Miss.
Advantage because they're
advantage?
prone.
A 2 and a 1. So I just rolled a 2 and a 1, so miss. A 2 and a 1 again. That's insane.
So you going this way or are you going that
I'm
way?
going this way.
Okay, so
So now I'm on Armand.
yep.
Oh no. Okay. Armand has mage armor, which gives him a AC of
+3
+3, so that gives him an AC of 16.
or
He has a
13 plus dex.
13 plus dex, and he has a decent dex, so he has an AC of 16. And roll 12 plus 6, so the first one hits him. So that one hits him.
Unless he
He
shields.
rolls. Oh yeah, he's just gonna shield. Yeah, he's a fucking mage. I forgot. Yeah, he's like shield.
Just, you know.
Yeah, so nothing. It just bling bling bling. No hits. Cool. Great. That's that done. It is now your guys'
I'm
turns.
going to part water under the Herak people, so they're now on land.
You're kidding.
You're right in my water.
They were trying to take advantage of that and skid right over. Okay, roll. Do you?
No.
You have to do something to it, right? Well, you can
No, I
use
can
your
just change
use
it.
your action to, right?
Yeah. So he just makes the
Here's
land
the deal.
appear.
I'm still gonna make you make the check, but I'm gonna make you advantage because you already cast the spell. Make sense? Because you still have to do, because it's still an action to do something. You don't just action make your mind change.
9. I rolled
At advantage?
a natural 1 and an 8. I don't have much when it comes to.
The ceiling is like the stalactites start shaking. A 9? A 2.
Well, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. The proctors are like, oh my goodness, never have I seen. Oh, what are these creatures? Oh, that's almost like somebody knew but didn't tell anybody. Oh no, how interesting. This will really increase our ratings. Yeah, nobody's fucking paying attention. You part the waters where they are, causing them to
Be on the ground.
be on the ground. Here's the deal. So this guy is flailing, right? I'm just gonna see as it drops if he somehow gets caught under it and does that. I'm just gonna check. It's gonna be a straight luck check. I'm gonna roll it right here. I'm gonna say
He's unconscious, but he's stuck.
he's stuck. So just of him, of the fact that it falls to him, have him be unconscious, be rolled over. I'm gonna say it's pretty 50-50 because he's halfway there already. I'm gonna say 11 or above. That doesn't happen. 10 or lower. Right? That's fair, right? That's 50-50. I'll just flip a coin. Let's just make it easy. Give me the coin. Give me the coin. Give me the coin. Thank you. Okay, so 1.
Is a fail.
I'm gonna say 1. Do you want 1 to be in your favor or not?
Well, that's how the coin works. It's one's
Okay,
a failure.
So 1, they
Kraken's a
touch the
success.
ground, and that's it. And crack the 20. The guy gets run over. Here we go. I missed it. I'll do it again. So that's a Kraken. So that's a 20. So he gets stuck under the thing. That was a great idea. So here's the deal: they still have to figure out because he's just on the front, right? And he's stuck there.
I was going to say, how's that going to work?
Back bit.
Because his hand is stuck there. He can't roll all the way to the back of that board.
No, he just has to have exactly.
So is his arm going to get ripped off?
We're gonna find out.
But I just have to get all the people alive to the other side?
Yeah.
Is that part of the rule?
He's still alive. He's just
well, I know, but I
unconscious.
mean, just by the time he passes through
Yeah.
all the other shit.
I mean, he's taking a failed death save throw just for this.
Right.
So he could straight up die, and the rules say don't kill anybody, and then
That's the
he's
whole point of it.
killing their own people. So, whoa. Okay. We'll find out. We'll find
Yep.
out on
It's
their
not their
turn
turn.
what happens. Okay.
Shoot yourself.
You did the thing. It's-
Would Cole do a healing word on Pernua?
I don't think he can reach that far.
Yeah, because he's
Cole
still
is.
Unless Cole went into the crowd and not in over there.
What happened to my tape measure? Cole's like right here. Isn't the healing word only like 30 feet? Or 60 feet?
It's 60.
Yay.
So yeah, he's like 100 feet away.
Yeah, he's like 100 feet away.
He can't.
He can't reach that.
Are the snakes considered part of the thing? Like if
I say we just have him dash and just push through.
Can Pernua make it without dashing and so she can disengage?
that's true, yeah, because she's close enough.
Everyone on the
Yeah.
board will have to take a disengage action.
Not necessarily just her, so that they don't give her an attack of opportunity.
Right, but
They
as
can-
Kyron passes by it, and so
That's
does
fine.
Conk.
That's fine.
But
Okay.
Conk
It gets an attack of
But he doesn't
opportunity.
need to do any other
Kyron can
actions.
disengage, and Pernua can disengage, and Conk cannot. And Conk could dash if they're going to make it all the way to the end.
Yeah.
Because everyone else is off the
Okay,
water.
cool. And then so you see, it would be technically half. You'd move being at and it would be full. So it'd be like 3/4 movement.
She would move
because
her
one
15.
person is only moving
Well,
half,
she'd move 15 to be off
on
off
the board.
Yeah.
and then have Conk push.
Or she'd have
Had
to drop to
15
the dry,
more.
She'd have to drop to the dry ground,
Yep.
Yeah,
right? And Conk would just roll it over her.
Yep.
yeah. I mean, yeah, that could work. Yeah, but she wanted to take the disengage action, movement,
Yep.
drop prone.
Yep.
And then just let the board roll over her.
Yep.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, absolutely. It
she's
kind of like
like
jumped
here.
right in front of them. But here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to have Kyron just make a roll to try to do some sort of thing to try to because her whole all of her like turn right now is being dedicated to moving in a way that disengages from the thing, dropping and running away, and she can't really do a whole lot of actually like steering the thing. All she can do is keep it grabbing behind her. So let's see if Kyron can make a roll. Hey, that's a 15 to try to steer the thing. So he does steer it properly. So yeah, you guys move. It moves over here. That's about 15 feet there already. Meaning that.
Yeah, and then Conk has another 15 feet of dash.
Can
Can he push?
He can push. That's just, you're not going to be completely over there. Conk will still be on the. Yeah, that's what you guys are going to end up with. So Conk doesn't get an attack of opportunity on him because he's still engaged with them. But you guys are under Pernua. Next turn, Conk's going to have to jump to the front and get over Kyron and get under it to make sure that it is fully on people.
Yep.
Before it finishes leaving the liquid. Make sense?
Yep.
Cool. That's
Are the snakes considered part of the whole contest, or are they like basically? Is it kosher to attack them?
I would say they're just denizens of the thing. It looks like they're obstacles. You can do whatever the fuck you want to them. Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, they're not.
Well, he just
they're
doesn't
not
know who's gonna
contestants.
break
Here,
the
put it this way:
rules.
they are not contestants and they are not spectators.
If I have a 20-foot radius sphere, can I not hit them and not hit
Oh yeah.
us and just hit?
I got a darkness right here.
Yeah.
Well, this will be
Radius.
No, this will be Hunger of Agar.
Is it the same size as darkness?
Because I think.
No, you're gonna hit.
Ones.
Yeah. So if it's 20-foot radius, you said.
Yeah, so darkness is only 15 feet. Hunker Fadar is 20.
Okay, so
It'll-
it's bigger than that. Okay.
If you want to get both of them, it's going to get them too. And if you want to get not the stands, right? So you can't miss her and the stands at the same time.
So, but if I do a darkness, then at least they're blind.
Yeah.
And would get disadvantage on any opportunity attacks.
So would but your team wouldn't know where they were going.
Well,
No,
no.
he's
Yeah, they're
talking
not
about-
in the darkness.
He's talking about bubbling just the eels.
Yeah, just the eels.
Yeah.
Can you do that without bubbling more Harak?
For right now.
Oh, because I mean, if it's just 15 feet instead of 20 feet.
Let's see.
Just bloop right there.
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah,
So-
you. Okay, so go ahead and I guess you're in the crowd. So the DC is a little lower because you're surrounded by a bunch of people. Go ahead and roll a sleight of hand to cast darkness.
And Shakar was distracting the proctors. Because this is.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
So is
sure.
that advantage?
Yeah, you can roll it with advantage. Sure. Well, I mean, there's like 20 proctors, but yeah, I understand.
So 17.
17. That's pretty darn good. Yeah, you cast darkness, and there's a big old web of darkness there. You see, Log, you're standing there and you cast the spell. You see a lady Harak just. There's just a big spear of darkness happens before her. She's like, "Oh, what the?" She's gonna collide into one of these things because she can't see where she's going now. She's just straight up gonna.
Well, she can try to turn it.
I
Yeah.
guess
Around
There's
darkness.
ground there.
there's ground there. Yeah,
Try to like squeak.
Unless she's going to come right out behind us.
she's not one to. She's one to just go right through something. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So that's the end of your turn. Then we have it's Harak's turn, isn't it?
Yep.
Holy crap. Okay, so here's the do. Big old darkness happens before her. She's already moving at a big old momentum. Was attacked by this thing, tried to attack it, pissed off, just yells behind her, "Full force!" And just this dude starts going into a berserker rage and just takes off his like some of his plates that are here and just like holds them in his hands and just starts arm scooping this water. He does take some damage from it, but he's just there's my coin. Where's this? He rolls an amazing Constitution saving throw, so he doesn't take a whole lot of poison damage. Okay. He's gonna move and he's gonna roll this athletics thing. Oh my god. Nice. 16 and then 8, so we take the 16 plus 5. So 21 to move. She's going to ready her action and just like spearhead herself like a lance to try to just push through this thing using the momentum. And then Luck Boy is going to give her some stuff. Let's see what happens here. Okay, not great. So here's what happens. They go forward. She does impale this creature. Yeah, she's on the board. She does impale this creature in the darkness as they enter the darkness, and does like push it back so it flops onto land, and it's like impaled in the front. Technically, the rules don't state it has to be your teammate that it's rolling.
They're rolling on top
of. It just has to be rolling on top of.
And
some like
nobody can see what's going on
and
inside there
nobody can
anyways.
see it. So technically,
Except for Log.
because I suppose because you could roll on an enemy combatant too. So they fully just coast over, like start pinning this thing down fully like Lance style and starting to coast over it and run over it like roadkill. That's as far as they can get because of the resistance. But they're getting pretty far. Great. I guess that means that we're back to Vogel then.
Yep.
All
Ouch. That dude's not doing too well. They're on autopilot at the point. All
Yeah.
they can do is continue to
Go
move
forward.
They're just rolling stuff.
What
to
are they
see.
going to do? They're in that 20-foot. That whole section is now dry.
Yeah, so that's what I'm rolling to see if if this thing maintains its thing, because it could seesaw rather than drag. So, and that's what I'm trying to figure out here, because it all depends on whether the momentum maintains. Because he just rolled absolute shit to keep his thruster going, so it kind of is sputtering. So they start to slow down, and their momentum kind of causes the front bit to kind of dig in. So this is what happens. So they do make it past this, and he does get dragged, but now like the board is going into the wall.
Submarining.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's going down.
And he's fully submerged, unconscious.
Yeah, he's fully submerged, unconscious. Vogel is there. This guy is like stuck on the back. Oh, well, whatever.
It's fine.
It's not gonna work, but I don't care. This guy's stuck on the back, and it's starting to like dig in, like when one of those like speedboats hydroplane, and then they hit the water and they go in and flip over. That's what's in the process of happening right now. That's another failed death save for this guy too, as he gets dragged through the poison. He's almost dead. He's almost like fully dead. And
Is he gonna roll an actual save this turn?
no, because he's taking damage.
You still.
No, when you take damage, you fail.
Yeah.
If you're unconscious, if you're bleeding out, and you take damage,
That's
you fail
auto,
at death.
but then you don't. You still roll one.
since it's his turn,
He still.
he has to
rolls
roll his own death save.
Right.
So he could die right now,
Yeah.
He could die right now.
and then they lose.
Oops, sorry, let me do that again. You know what? Fuck it. What's going on here?
I was like,
Yeah.
Tower of
doesn't
Terror.
he- Shouldn't he technically have like 2 of these to roll?
Bludgeoning from the land, drowning in the poison, and
No, because he got knocked out on his turn,
Okay,
so he
yeah.
didn't have to roll the. On.
Can't tell what that is. That's a failure.
That's a 19.
oh, that's right. It's got that little squiggly thing on it.
Yeah,
So he
that's a
success.
19. So he's success. So he's got 2 failures and 1 success. So he's still alive.
barely.
Until next
Barely.
turn.
Claxus doesn't seem to care at all.
No.
I mean, he's dead on the next
They
round.
didn't really get
Yeah.
to do their cool. He didn't get to do his cool shot thing either. Cool. That means that's their turn, because they got because once they like dipped down, that put a huge halt on their shit, and this thing looks like it's in the process of flipping over now. Okay. That brings us to
Mortanic.
Mortanic are all going to stand up. They're going to use half of their movement to stand up, because this is a little ridiculous. Yeah. I think that's what he's gonna do. He's Armand Mortanic is going to cast some spells here. He's going to cast a couple things. He's going to take the stone out of his pocket and crush it and shatter it, and enabling him to cast 2 full spells in a turn.
And yeah, Cole's too far away at this point to cast counterspell.
And he's going to cast Hold Person or Hold Monster on the creature and paralyze it. Fails its saving throw. And he's also going to cast Enlarge on the Bugbear. And what the Bugbear is going to do then is jump on this thing while still holding the board, pick up the board with these people.
By
Sure.
crushing the gem, doesn't he lose his haste and stun
Yeah.
himself?
Does he lose concentration on his other spells?
Yep.
That was the one he was concentrating on his head. The other one is this spell is another spell that he was concentrating on that is gone now, because it wasn't useful enough that it didn't come up. So because he was concentrating on 2 spells, right? So
But
he lost
isn't the
concentration on
large
one
concentration
spell.
spell?
The one spell, the one that he was concentrating on himself. Oh, Hold Person is concentration too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ah,
So he loses it.
yeah. Okay, so it's not the Bugbear he's going to cast it on, because the Bugbear is fully stunned. Yeah. So yeah, for sure. Yeah. No, it's absolutely right. You're absolutely true. So he cast Enlarge instead on the orc, and the orc is going to like jump onto this creature while maintaining contact here. Just lift up the board. Nah. Jump here and just straight up carry the board on top of this boulder. Right here.
Just carry up and over.
Yeah, it carry the board with these two people, and he's a large creature now. He's a super large over his head, and he's gonna do his best to jump off of the boulder onto the ground below to see if he can make the
Isn't
leap.
that him technically not rolling
Yeah, because it's on land.
on land?
Well, see now, the boulder isn't land,
But
The
and
boulder
he's
is
jumping
land.
over, and he's jumping over liquid.
How is the boulder not land?
Well, he's not using anti-gravity, and he's not using levitate or anything.
That's
He's just
not-
straight
But
up
the
jumping.
rules
How is
are
it not
rolling.
land? It's still
Land,
rock.
yeah. Is the boulder land?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's solid ground.
But it is under him.
It's basically an
He's underneath the board.
He's
Yeah,
underneath the
but
boulder.
we had to, I thought we
You
had to
have to
roll.
roll.
He's not rolling.
He has to roll.
Or Conk would have just lifted up the board at the very beginning.
Yep.
Okay.
We're getting.
Okay. So what would he do? I want to see how smart this orc is.
There you go.
Not very smart. He doesn't understand. He just picks up the board and he's like, "Wonk, you gotta roll." And he's like, "No, man, but I left everything. I put it down." And they're
start
disqualified and they gotta go back to the
Well,
beginning.
I was also going to say, would they have to make dex saves to try and stay on as he does this maneuver?
Probably.
And if
Don't make this longer than it
if
is.
the
Just put it back
bugbear
at
is
the beginning.
stunned, if the bugbear is stunned, he would automatically fail.
That's true. Armand's not thinking.
That's fine.
So they end up back at the beginning as like, you know, the people snap their fingers and they
very
get
bad.
teleported back at the beginning.
Yep. Eel turn.
Eel's
They're
turn.
blind.
Technically, though, that one is still paralyzed because
Yep,
of held
it's
bounce.
held.
They're blind. They're just going to attack blindly. Misses on Conk. Disadvantage. Right. Sorry. So that was the first one. The second one, and that's still a 16 to hit Conk.
Yep.
Okay. So just
Just the piercing.
11 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And this is going to be on, I guess, just anybody who's close.
I mean, it's got to be.
It's going to be Pernua.
No, Pnu's.
It's got to be
She's within 5 feet.
Mary.
No, not the one that just hit Conk.
This one just hit Conk.
Yeah, she's within 5 feet. Look how close that thing is.
That's not.
But you attacked him already.
And she disengaged.
That's last
This
turn. It doesn't
one
matter.
attacked
That was for
It lasts the whole round.
This one is.
That's for
way
only.
farther
It's only
than-
for attacks of opportunity. Disengage only applies to attacks of opportunity.
Yes, you're right.
But so
You're,
Because how many attacks do they have?
here's the deal.
Does
They
it
have
multi?
3 attacks.
So this one only attacked Conk twice, and third attack's going at.
Yeah, no, he only attacked once. I just rolled twice
Oh.
because it's a disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's gonna. It's wildly attacking at things it thought it moved. So
That's fair.
It'll, ooh, good thing that was a disadvantage because that was a natural 20. To another natural 20. Oh my god. Oh
Technically, she's prone, so it would have been the first one.
yeah. So here's the deal. Here we go. It's not great damage, but it's still.
She's
She's
still
immune
up.
to poison. Not immune to poison is insane. It's still 12. No, she's down. She's down. She's unconscious.
It's up after one.
It's okay.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna do this to see because it can't see, so it doesn't know whether the thing that it's attacking are alive or dead. It's gonna attack Pernua again. Straight roll, bad roll, misses. Okay, other one. Pinned by this thing, still moving. We're gonna make some attacks on the thing that's pinning it blindly. So disadvantage. Misses the first one. Misses the second one. Misses the third one. Holy shit! 6 and a natural 20. This thing is just snapping wildly, and that one's paralyzed, so nothing happens. Now it's you guys' turn. Pernua is unconscious.
Kyron has a good
Doesn't she
berry.
get her help?
Doesn't she get her health back?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
At the top of her turn, she does get
Which
one
is her
hit
turn.
point. Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
So, but Conk needs to hop to the front. So what do I need to do for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say acrobatics for him. That's advantage because of the enhanced ability.
It is. Plus he's got
Come on, Kong.
17.
17. Yeah, he just full gorilla style. Just leaps over Kyron, jumps on the front,
Rolls the board on top.
rolls the board. Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna roll a luck check for momentum here. Not great, but you get off of the liquid, so it doesn't matter. Now
'Cause that's it, right?
Now the board just has to touch the ground.
So Pernod will just get out from under it and
Yeah.
push it.
Yeah, Berdua will just get out from under it. Does Conk still have movement left?
It was 15 feet to get to the front. So yeah, he's got 15 feet left.
Okay, so he can use exactly half of his movement to stand up. Board touches the ground. Like, oh, we have our first board touching the ground. Now all they have to do is put the legs on the table.
What?
I mean, that's an action. None of us have acted yet. So
I'm right here, so I
You want to you just become part of the team in this moment?
no.
No, because you can't be a part of the team, or you'd have to be touching the table that whole time.
Yes,
right.
that's
Nobody-
the deal.
None of us took an action.
None of you took the action. Yeah, too.
So,
okay,
Perdue and I just-
are any of you carpenters or tinkerers or know how to build a? Oh, Conk probably does.
Yeah, repair.
He can repair stuff. Okay, cool. So yeah, stand everybody up. Put that table on the ground.
We also didn't know that was part of the rules at the beginning too.
Yeah, surprise rule. Yep.
Yeah, so we get
So
it on
let's see.
top.
We're gonna roll some stuff here. Why don't you roll a tinkering check for Tonk? Tonk.
Tonk.
He's not going to make it. He's got 15?
15? That's pretty darn good. 15. I'm going to roll just some straight stuff for Kyron and Pernua trying to help because, I mean...
he on his own, he's dumb.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. On his own, like, this isn't something you could do on your own
Right.
in 6 seconds.
Yeah.
To attach legs to a table, it's just not something you do. Kyron got a 4. He's just like, go team!
Destiny.
Pernua got an 11. She's trying to help. Not done yet. You guys aren't done yet. You're gonna have to try again next turn. It's probably like half on, half off at the moment. Who goes after you? We're back to Vogel, right?
Nope.
Harak. Okay.
Next turn, I'm gonna have Shakar be flying around and trying to help point out where to.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. You keeping darkness up?
Yeah. those snakes
Okay.
are still
Cool.
there.
They're just gonna do the same thing they did last turn.
Let's try powerful.
Damn good fucking rolls. Attack. Amazing. They push through this thing. They roll over this thing onto the ground and skid to a halt on the ground, not having to get under this board. They all try to put together the table here. Here's another one of these guys. I'm going to roll for them. They all have somewhat of an idea that they're doing.
They're blind, though.
They are blind. So it's like they all have disadvantage on this because they're trying to put together a table blind.
I'm just laughing, kind of watching.
Oh my god.
I mean, you were saving them from the
A 5 and a 4. Okay, that was a 15. That one was good, but that was only one of them.
Somebody smashed
And
their...
a 15 and a 3. They needed 2 successes. They only got 1 success. Their table is also only half built. They're not. The legs are only half on.
Even
They're
if they
not.
get built, no one's gonna know.
Yeah, right. The darkness will just drop, and they'd be like, "Wait, what happened?"
Somebody
Like,
smashed their own thumb.
It looks like we've got some darkness on the field. We've got some obscure. We're gonna send somebody in. Oh, I just heard we've got the goggles of night coming in through here. We're gonna be able to put it. We're gonna get one of the proctors on there to see what's going on inside. Just stay tight. We've got to make sure we get this. It should be a photo finish. Vogel. Here we go. Natural 1
Oh, buddy.
for the dexterity check of this thing.
So it flips.
And a natural 2 fully flips over. They all end up in the water.
He's still like...
Yeah.
And he just goes...
So that thing
whoop.
sputtered. Remember, it sputtered.
Oh, yeah.
And that guy's wearing full armor.
Yes. Dude takes damage.
Mm-hmm.
Dead.
feel bad for that dude.
Everyone else takes a ton of damage. Even with advantage, Klaxon fails his Constitution check for poison, but he still has resistance to it. Gnome fails his Constitution check. Fuck, these guys are getting fucked up. Ooh. Okay. The gnome and Klaxon are still alive, but they're taking some damage. Klaxon is fine because he's got a shit ton of hit points.
Would they bloop
No,
him?
they just get stuck.
No, I mean the.
Oh, like
refs.
dude is dead. Okay, yeah. Someone blows the horn. Go like, we have an unresponsive combatant on the field, and because of that, they're blooped to the or the triage. All three of them are blooped to the triage center. As a scroll is burnt, as 3 mages work together to burn this scroll, and they bloop back. Technically, they're still in the race if they can be resuscitated because they don't just disqualify somebody for someone going down. That would be kind of shitty. Yeah, okay, but that's all they can do because now they're being tended to. And then we have
See, I told you. It only.
These guys starting over.
starting over.
I couldn't finish. I'm
Yep,
sorry.
they just do that. That's exactly what they do. And he gets back on, and then that's it.
Nope. I'll get him. Zoop.
Yep. Armand's this close to casting the fly spell. Everybody.
Snakies, eels,
Armand, that one's still
held. He's concentrating.
that one's gonna attack Pernua, and the other one's gonna attack.
Does it have reach?
Yeah.
Because we're on land.
It moves. I mean, it can move.
Can it
Can
go
it-
But
on
it's
land?
blind. It's blind. Does it know where it's going?
And can it go on land? Is it an eel or is it a snake?
It has a pretty good passive perception. Let's find out. Nope, it has no idea where it's going. So it goes in a random direction. We're going to find out what direction it goes into. It's just listening, so it's probably going to go somewhere over there, but let's find out. It's going to just go straight north onto the land because it's amphibious. It can go on both.
Still in darkness.
Still in darkness. It's going to just make wild attacks.
That's fine.
Let's just see.
Well, I guess how far does it go?
It has reach of 10 feet.
Just
That's really
onto
good.
land, or is it going to go far?
Yeah.
It puts himself between the two sounds of things being built.
That's fine.
It has reach of 10 feet, so it's just going to do random attacks at people. First one's going to be on Pernua. That is...
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage, yes, thank you. That is a 15 that hits Pernua. So she goes down. Because no matter how much damage... Because she only has 1 hit point. Okay, next one is just a random direction. Same direction at Pernua again. Disadvantage. Oh, but straight because it's down. That's a 20 to hit. She takes failed death saving throw.
Yep.
Okay, let's find out another one. Okay, this is at Luck Child. Disadvantage, right?
Yep.
Natural 1 and natural 3, so hits their friend.
Yay.
Really.
A little bit of piercing
immune to
damage.
poison, so not really that much. It doesn't really matter. Okay. Yeah, that's the other guy. Then random direction. What?
I mean, he's got these guys.
Yeah, he's under it. He's prone. He's gonna he's gonna get out from under there, and go towards his friend that he hears. Just kind of get next to him. Yeah, like right there, and he's just gonna make some random attacks. One is gonna go towards Megara. Disadvantage because that was a natural. So many natural 20s. That's a hit. Need to roll Constitution saving throw. Advantage. Fails her Constitution saving throw. She's gonna take a whompus of damage here.
A wampus?
Wampus.
Whompus of damage. Oof. Whoa. That's 47 points of damage. She's down.
Ouch.
Whoa.
Oh, that's just the first attack. Yeah, these things have a lot of poison.
thought these were.
Oh
just
wait, I'm sorry. That's halved because of her poison resistance.
Yeah.
So
23.
not 47, but yeah, not 23 because half of it, because parts of it were piercing damage, brings it down to 29. So she is still up with 3 hit points. Okay.
Yay.
Second hit.
Let's see where this next attack is going because they're blind. It's going to attack its friend because it doesn't know. Misses. And that's it. That was the second. No, that was just the second
Attack. One more.
Okay, let's see. It's going to attack its friend again. Natural 20, 12. Still hits his friend. Barely any damage because
Just biting each other.
yeah, they're just biting each other. It's another 10 damage. Okay,
Our turn.
They're not looking great, but
I'm within 20 feet of Conk, right?
Our turn.
Yeah, this is 20
I
feet.
think. Yeah, I think so. Here.
I'm going to have Twig crawl over and help.
Kyron.
oh yeah, how?
He's taking the help.
It's fine.
action.
We're good. Kyron shoves the good berry in Pernu's mouth. She's coming up anyways, but he doesn't know that.
Okay,
And Conk finishes repairing the table.
okay, roll for Conk.
With
I'll say-
familiars helping.
Right,
Conk.
yeah.
Yeah. I'll say Tweg's just like here. He just like at your direction. He's like point because he's dumb without direction, right?
Right.
So he's just like put bolt here, and he just goes like right here, and then he skitters out of the way so he can put the bolt in.
Yeah, it just looks like a little space.
That's
just
fine.
skipping
That's
around.
fine.
I mean, can he use his repair ability?
No, this is just a tech check. This is a tinkering check from him, but
Okay.
this is dexterity. This is like I don't know what this is.
That's fine.
Carpentry check.
A carpentry check.
15.
15. You roll that at advantage. 15. That's the DC. So you get it. Boom. Do. You guys are out of the darkness.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're
You guys are done.
Yes.
Hey.
We have a winner of the trial, Clan. You don't believe I'm saying this? Carrick Stoneworm from an automaton machine thing, a very pale-looking guardsman and guardswoman. I apologize, and
The champion.
the champion who keeps screaming about destiny. And just at that moment, the others, the Clan Harak finishes up right after you quite easily.
Still in dark.
Still in darkness, but someone runs. Yeah, there's a proctor that like puts these glasses on and goes like, they're like, oh, and they're done as well. We have it. Everything. These guys are just like, you motherfuckers.
Bum, bum, bum.
Great. That's fantastic.
Is Armgrim still with us?
You'll find out next time on Dice of Ages, CrestVahllen, Argent Flame. Thanks for sticking around with us, guys. And as always, stay safe out there.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.